Good day, everyone, and to you, ma'am. This is a web-based presentation of the SMLS 1B presented to you by Junaica del Rosario, yours truly, LJ Lagat Fregoso, Samira Corpuz, Ivy Crystal Agub, and Vika Joy Corpuz. As our main discussion topic in NSTP, which is drug addiction, we have chosen two famous celebrities who have battled drug addictions in their life. Demi Lovato and Whitney Houston. One may have overcome it, but some ends tragically. Remember that when we have battles and problems to face in life, it must not let bring us down. Instead, we use that as a motivation to push harder and pursue harder in life. First, a success story of a person who used to be an addict. Demetria Devon Lovato, or also known as Demi Lovato, is an American singer, songwriter, and actress. She was born on August 20, 1992, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, to former Dallas Cowboys cheerleader Diana de la Garza and engineer and musician Patrick Martin Lovato. She has an older sister named Dallas, a younger maternal half-sister actress, Madison de la Garza, and an older paternal half-sister named Amber, whom she first spoke with when she was 20 years old. Demi Lovato was robbed of a normal childhood because of her father's own struggle with addiction to drugs and alcohol. She remembers his drunken rages and violent outbursts. At the age of 5, Demi began modeling and competing in beauty pageants. She dove headfirst into acting and singing when she appeared on Barney and Friends. Her school years were jaded by the taunting and bullying she endured. Demi was called all kinds of names, and one that impacted her life was being labeled fat. She made a vision board with pasted cutouts of slim celebrities she wanted to be like. As a result of being called fat, Demi developed a bulimia, which is frequently binging on food and purging afterward. She was later recruited by a Disney Channel where she starred on As the Bell Rings and Camp Rock. At the age of 15, Demi began touring with the Jonas Brothers. The lifestyle of acting while singing on the road became immensely overwhelming. She was under immense stress to maintain a squeaky clean life while being flexible enough to become a pop singer. The stress Demi was under, coupled with her eating disorder and her father's addiction, and weighed heavily on her. All while suffering from depression, things started to unravel. At the age of 17, Demi had her first hit of cocaine. Her first time trying it was scary, but she began to love how it made her feel. She began drinking alcohol and doing more cocaine. As the stress of touring and acting increased, she started taking Adderall to help her keep up. With drugs, alcohol, depression, and bulimia combined, she was at an explosive point in her life. Now, a 25-year-old Demi recalls being a depressed child, often consumed with thoughts of death. She often played out a scenario in her mind of what her funeral would be like. Demi Lovato's addiction was so bad that she admitted to carrying bags of drugs around because she craved for them. Her manager got her help, but she managed to fake drug tests and find ways to keep using it. She can remember a day when she had used cocaine, Xanax, and alcohol and was unsure if she would overdose. Demi Lovato's rehab kept her sober for 6 years. While sober, she found that she was still just as miserable as she was when she used drugs. The team of people managing her controlled everything from what she ate to what she would wear. She became overwhelmed and relapsed by drinking alcohol. Later that night, she went out with friends and used drugs. It was 3 months after her relapse that she overdosed and ended up in hospital. Demi had a sudden realization that she needed help. She went back into rehab and has since lived a clean life that she is proud of.
Records and impact to their lives. At age 19, Lovato was so reliant on cocaine that she smuggled it onto an airplane to avoid going 30 minutes without the drug. She also showed up with soda bottles of vodka for a 9 a.m. flight out of fear of flying sober. In 2013, Lovato revealed to Access Hollywood that she began abusing drugs like cocaine at the young age of 17. While she was working for Disney, recording pop songs, and filming her first documentary, Stay Strong, Lovato was still experimenting and recklessly using drugs and alcohol. She found out she had an innate ability to manipulate people, which helped her fly under the radar while getting high. What many don't know about Demi Lovato is that back in 2011, when she completed her first treatment program and was promoting a sober lifestyle to the public, there were still demons she was trying to fight. Lovato left rehab in January 2011. That April, she revealed she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder while in treatment. Looking back, it makes sense. She told People magazine at the time. There were times when I was so manic. I was writing 7 songs in one night, and I'd be up until 5:30 in the morning. Then Demi's drug use became a larger problem, and others started to grow affected by it. Her anger issues were exacerbated by her drug use, as with her depression and bipolarity. Demi Lovato didn't get sober overnight or even after her first stint in drug rehab. Rather, it took the start time to learn how to live sober and to embrace that sober lifestyle. In a 2013 interview with Access Hollywood, Demi admitted that her drug use spiraled between 2011 and 2012. She said, "With my drug use, I could hide it to where I would sneak drugs. I couldn't go without 30 minutes to an hour without cocaine, and I would bring it on an airplane. I would smuggle it basically and just wait until everyone in first class would go to sleep, and I would do it right there. I'd sneak to the bathroom and I'd do it." In July 2018, Demi Lovato suffered an overdose. She spent several days in the hospital before going into treatment later that summer. In August of that year, she told her Instagram followers, "I have always been transparent about my journey with addiction. What I've learned is that this illness is not something that disappears or fades with time." After drug activities and behaviors, Lovato was rushed to the hospital after an apparent drug overdose. She's made some major changes since then. On July 24, 2018, Lovato was hospitalized just a month after the singer admitted in her single Sober that she relapsed following 6 years of sobriety. Lovato broke her silence 2 weeks later, writing in a since-deleted Instagram post, "I want to thank God for keeping me alive and well. I have always been transparent about my journey with addiction. What I've learned is that this illness is not something that disappears or fades with time. It is something I must continue to overcome and have not done yet." Addiction, of course, isn't readily vanishable as most excesses are, and Lovato makes sure to talk about her problems in terms of persistent effort rather than grand epiphany. "Every day is a battle," she said when accepting the Brent Shapiro Foundation for Drug Prevention's Spirit of Sobriety Award, before going on to talk about her mental and physical health regimens. Demi Lovato's rehab kept her sober for 6 years. Later that night, she went out with friends and used drugs, going to treatment for first 48 hours without any communication to the outside world. Today, she learned how to cope with issues and things like that in healthy ways. It was 3 months after her relapse that she overdosed and ended up in the hospital. Demi had a sudden realization that she needed help. She learned that her illness is not something that disappears or fades with time. It is something that she must continue to overcome and have not done yet. She went back into rehab and since live a clean life that she is proud of. Lovato's recovery and return. Lovato had put her Hollywood Hills mansion on the market in September, just weeks after suffering her near-fatal overdose. But sources report that nobody looked at the property while Lovato was in rehab. Since monthly maintenance costs for the mansion are $60,000, Lovato has planned to move back in after completing her latest drug rehab program. August 2018. Lovato takes to Instagram and tells fans she's seeking treatment again. I now need time to heal and focus on my sobriety and road to recovery. The love you have all showed me will never be forgotten, and I look forward to the day where I can say I came out on the other side. I will keep fighting, she said. March 2019. Lovato often asks about her relapse on Instagram. Today, I would have 7 years sober, she said. I don't regret going out because I needed to make those mistakes, but I must never forget that's exactly what they were, mistakes. January 2020, Dem returns to the stage for the first time since her relapse, performing a powerful new song called Anyone at the Grammys. 2 years after Demi Lovato's overdose, here is how her life has changed. Demi Lovato performed at the 2020 Grammy Awards on January 26, 2020 for her powerful return to the stage. After getting choked up at the start of her performance, Lovato delivered an emotional version of her new song Anyone, which she wrote just days before her hospitalization, and she received a standing ovation from the audience. This song is about her struggle with alcohol at the Grammys. Lovato celebrated life lessons. After the singer reportedly checked into a rehab facility in August 2018, she gradually returned to social media, posting a voting booth snapshot on Instagram that November, a sweaty post-workout selfie in December, and ringing in the new year with a simple glass of Martinelli's sparkling apple cider. So grateful for the lessons I've learned this year. I will never take another day in life for granted, even the bad ones, Lovato wrote on New Year's Day. Mental health became Lovato's priority. Lovato has continued to become more vocal about her media coverage, saying her recovery was marred by inaccurate stories from the tabloids and accusing some outlets of making up stuff to sell a story. If I feel like the world needs to know something, I will tell them myself. I am sober and grateful to be alive and taking care of me, she declared on December 22, 2018. And also she said, someday I'll tell the world what exactly happened, but right now she's happy and clean. I am sober and grateful to be alive. Demi Lovato slams tabloid rumors about her recovery. Lovato got engaged to the love of her life with a 29-year-old young and restless alum, Max Ehrlich, on July 22 during a romantic beach proposal. It was something I can't describe to anyone who has not experienced it firsthand, but luckily you did too. I've never felt so unconditionally loved by someone in my life other than my parents and flaws and all, she said. She also signed with Scooter Braun. In May, Lovato announced she'd signed with Scooter Braun, who represents fellow pop stars like Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande. She even attended Braun's fundraiser on July 20 for Democratic presidential hopeful Kamala Harris. Lovato also took on body shamers. Lovato has also put an emphasis on body positivity since returning to the public eye. The singer, who has been open about her struggles with an eating disorder, faced critics who commented that she gained some weight back in November, and by March, put her foot down when an Inquisitor headline announced she appears to have a fuller figure. She responded, I am more than my weight. Too many people today base their ideal body weight of what others tell us we should look like or weigh. She added, you are more than a number on a scale, and I am more than a headline about my body shape. Demi Lovato will also release her next album that will tell her story regardless of who might not like it.